Today, I got a Black Label DS-1 from the original owner. How's it sound? Hey guys, welcome to the Pedalhead Show. I'm your host, Benny G. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to be doing some maintenance work to this awesome 1983 Boss DS-1. This is one of the best pedals out there in my opinion that you can still get today. It's not the same version as this, but the newer DS-1s still sound great on most people's boards. This pedal has what's known as a preamp chip. That's different than a usual DS-1 you can get right now that has a dual op-amp or an op-amp chip. This uses a very quiet preamp chip. So what that means is that you get this certain kind of amp-like response, but also you get this really nice quiet background, so you get no noise whatsoever. It's a really awesome pedal. Now we're going to be converting this pedal to 9 volts. Right now you need 12 volts of ACA current in order to power it, but what I've noticed is that even while powering this pedal with 12 volts in the jack, I noticed that with the check light there's a little bit of a flash or a dimness to it. And I thought to myself, it's probably an electrolytic capacitor that needs to be swapped out. So for maintenance work on all my old Boss pedals, including 1982 Boss CE2 and an 1885 Super Phaser, what I usually do with used pedals is that I listen to the pedal and I record the pedal before I do anything to it, and then I go ahead and I swap out the electrolytic capacitors, because electrolytic capacitors dry up in about 10 years. This pedal is well over, well, what is it today? Around 40 years old. It's pretty cool, hey? Let's give it some new electrolytic capacitors and hear how it sounds. First, I'll give you guys a little sound demo of how it sounds stock. Keep your eyes open for the check indicator light and how it flashes in a weird way. And after we hear those sound examples, I'll meet you guys back here and I'll show you how exactly I did all this maintenance to this awesome 1983 Boss DS-1. All right, let's go. So here I have written down the resistor and diode that we'll be removing to replace with jumpers in order to convert the old ACA Made in Japan DS-1 to work with a 9 volt in the DC barrel adapter. And here are all of our values of the capacitors we'll be swapping out. There's the microfarad that they are, and here is the voltage. Now you can go anything above, maybe double, nothing too high above for voltage. It's not going to change anything, but if you want the capacitor to be used right, you want to make sure you kind of play in the same realm of 50 volts or 16 volts, anything above. You don't want to go anything below, or else you'll blow that capacitor. So anything above these numbers is fine, but do be sure that you are in the tolerance of, let's say, 25%. All right, so here we have my capacitors. Pack I ordered from Amazon. Here's a nice little kit that I ordered from Amazon. There'll be links to those in the description below. So I just removed R38. There's 2 trackings right here. And down here is D3 that we're going to remove next. So if we see here on the top left corner, we have D3 and a resistor symbol. That's where D3 and R38 used to be, and they're now replaced with jumpers, which will let this 1983 Boss DS-1 run properly off 9 volts of DC current. So now I have the Boss DS-1 plugged in. The One Spot Pro is powered. It's only powering with 9 volts now. And if we see here, we have a nice bright LED. Now this does have a 9 volt in it. What happens if you remove the barrel adapter while the DS-1 still has a 9 volt in it? It will switch to the 9 volt and be powered by that. Now the 9 volt has a little bit less than 9 volts because it's been there for a while. So if we see here, as soon as I pull this plug, the check indicator light will dim a little bit. There you go. So we know that it's getting full power with the barrel jack because it's not getting full power with the 9 volt that's in here. All right, now let's go swap some electrolytics. So here we have my finished work. There's one electrolytic capacitor that's right beside the preamp chip. That's black in the middle. It's C9. It's a 0.47 microfarad capacitor of 50 volts, but I don't think it's polarized. So I'm going to need to order an extra part for that. Out of the 7 electrolytic capacitors that were in this pedal, I've swapped out 6, so it should make an immense difference. And also we have the 2 jumpers at D3 and R38 to make this work on 9 volts. Let's go hear how it sounds. All right guys, so now after completing all of these modifications on maintenance on this Boss DS-1, I found that there's one capacitor that wasn't labeled for polarity. So my thought's that it's a bipolar capacitor, which means like a film capacitor, it's not polarized. But I have to do a little more digging before I explore removing that capacitor and swapping with one that is polarized. So that'll be in a future video or short in the future. I'll be playing my LTD 200 FM Flame Maple with a Seymour Duncan Invader in the bridge. Same setup, line 6 helix with the Jazz Revette 120. It's a Jazz Chorus amp by Roland. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let's hear that sound example of the fresh Boss DS-1 on 9 volts. All right. All right, now welcome back, guys. So, as we heard in the sound example of the Boss DS-1 before and after the 9-volt mod and the upgraded new electrolytic capacitors, I found that, holy moly, everything that was missing out of this pedal is finally here. Like, there's a little bit more high-end grit, there's a little more high-end fidelity. When you do switch the capacitors, do keep in mind that you're not only improving the effect, you're also going to improve the bypass buffered signal heading out. So all of a sudden, when I just played those open chords when the effect was bypassed, I realized, holy, like my guitar sounds like brighter and clearer. Maybe it's my ears. But anyways, I found as well with the tone knob became a lot more active. It wasn't just kind of like cutting out lows and blanketing highs. It was acting a little bit more like a active Big Muff style tone knob. There was more volume on tap. I don't know if you guys heard that too, but when we cranked the volume to about, let's say, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock where you maxed out on a Boss pedal, there was a little bit more volume and grit. Distortion was a little more clearer. It sounded less hairy and more pokey, if that makes any sense. Anyways, I'm very happy with it. As I see as well on the check indicator light, there is no more flashing. So my problem is solved. So guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for coming back to the Pedalhead Show. This is the start of Season 2 or Mark 2 of the Pedalhead Show. I'm really excited, a lot more videos coming out. I hope you guys take care. Check out my other videos I've done about the DS-1, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.